Hi dear friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Luda, and in today's video I'm gonna show you everything I was teaching in 2024. Well, not everything, because there were projects which I have not finished, and I'll show you just my finishes, but some of them, of course, I did work in previous years, but most of my finishes were started in 2024 and completed in 2024. And let's start from the most important finish, and you probably know which one. And this is French design, Reflet de soir, called Roses Blanches. In case if you're watching my channel for the first time, this is a sampler which I was stitching for a few years, and it was really important for me to make a finish and make this video. That's why I'm a bit delayed, because I did finish it just last week. So I'm really excited to show you what I have stitched. And this is the threads they call for. I did not use those ones. I use Madeira 24 or 5, and I stitch 1/2, one thread over 2. I can't remember exactly how many bags I was using, but I did had some shortage, and at the very end I realized I don't have enough threads. And then I watched another video where the girl was saying that Madeira is no longer in production of silks. I don't know if it's true or no. I did not hear the clear statement about it, but I was lucky to order it and prepare myself that it will be shipped to my place for a month or so. But it was here in a few days. I was extremely happy and lucky, and I did continue my sampler. And here it is, my sampler. So it's 40th count of linen, hand-dyed linen, so it's probably 41, not sure, but at the very beginning I was planning to frame, not to frame this sampler, but to make supposed to be lace all over the sampler. But I'm really I'm seeing this work now as a framed picture, and I can't unsee what I imagine in my mind, and I want to have it on my wall. I know for some people, if you go far, you might won't be able to see it clear, but it makes sense to me because I like it. I really like the result. I really like the effect. I like, you know, there is one very famous author. He makes some kind of pictures where it's like a big part of the picture is red, and then it's white or orange and red, and it's not clear. It's something similar to me when I see this design. And whatever it is, I definitely will have to put something under, maybe white color, like not like a cushion, but something soft, so the sampler will pop up a bit. And you know, when I was finishing it, I did a lot of mistakes, and this one line, I miscount one cross, so I have to remove all the crosses. I'm gonna do it because I will be on a plane for a few hours, and it will be for me something to do, to waste my time, and then it will take me just a few hours. It's such an easy line to stitch, and it's fun. So yes, I am so pleased and I'm so happy, and the result is amazing. I knew it will be amazing, but I'm just telling you, at the very end I lost my patience. I've lost hope to make it done. I mean, this month I thought it will make it faster, but the minute I started rushing myself, everything was going wrong. I have no time. I stitch a stitch, and then I realized the free time I had to remove everything, and I was getting to the point, till the point is like, I'll leave it, I'll stitch something else. And I have started many projects just to calm myself, just to inspire myself. It did help, but then again I made mistakes. I mean, I can talk about this forever. I mean, this sampler, probably a story of my videos for the past few years, and started in, I think it's 21 or 2020, I started this sampler, and finally it's finished. I am so happy. And another thing, I have seen someone was stitching it or wanted to stitch it. Maybe I was talking to a girl, the one who actually suggested me that sampler in 2016. I bought this chart in 2016, and always I wanted to stitch it. Many people already finished it after they see my videos, and they've forgotten about the sampler. I have not. And yeah, I'm the last one who actually finished it, but it doesn't matter, whatever is. I've seen it, or I've heard that from that girl, she wanted to stitch it on pink. It will be also great with white threads. It will be also great. And ask me if I will ever want to stitch it again. I will say yes. I'm now calm. I like the result, and the result was my motivation. And I am really so happy. Maybe I will show you a little bit closer all the details. And the silk is shining. I'm sorry about my lighting. I was preparing to make this video for a long time, but unfortunately I'm really busy. Lots of things going on in my life, and finally I have time to show you and to share my happiness, because cross stitch is my happiness. I'm stitching now for 21 years. This year in May it will be 21 years since I started stitching, and I make video on YouTube. Firstly, I was making them in Russian, of course, for 10 years. 10 years will be in October. And video in English, I think I started in 2017, but now I make videos in Ukrainian and in English. No more languages, please, because I'm learning French, and I have all these languages confusing in my head. I don't know which language I'm thinking sometimes. Sometimes, like, really, it's crazy. But this is the finish of 2024, because most of this I stitched in 2024. Also, I wanted to show you this on a pillow. Maybe it will be better showing the crosses, the result, but I don't know. Just wanted to show you everything. And of course I will try to make another video with my stitches, with my processes, and in maybe January, February, I will combine these 2 months, and I will show what I was doing, my progresses and starts. Whatever next here, I'll show you. Next is the fairy, Midnight Summer Fairy, which is also suck a lot of my blood. I don't know how you say it in English, but I stitched, I enjoyed, and then the skirt was a bit hard. Here I did some mistakes, and the fabric, I don't like the fabric. Like, I'm not a big fan of Permin. I do like the result. I do like to see Mirabilias on Permin, on the suggestion which Nora makes, but for me it's very hard to make nice crosses, and it's just me. It's not like I don't like it. It's the wrinkles it makes also at the end, because I'm stitching in hoops. I don't have a frame. I tried stitching in frame, but it's not my thing. I like to see a process or finishes on a frame. It looks amazing just for the beauty wise, but why would I have it just for the show, right? The wings, I got this fairy as a present from Karen. And Karen, hi. Hi again, and thank you again. It's you. Everything, I will call her Karen. Every single time I will be seeing her, I'll always think of you, of course. I do think of you anyways. But the wings and the final result, I'm really hoping that one day I will stitch her pear design. She has one. But also Lily of the Wood, kind of similar to her, I've stitched. But another design, I forgot the name, it looks more similar to her. Maybe they are like a trio. And all these pretty things, lots of Kreinik beads, I wouldn't say a lot, but enough. And obviously a skin, I stitch 1/2. And I love her face, you know. The thing is Mirabilias, you always see them stitched differently because it's impossible to repeat the pattern 1-to-1. So you always have your touch, you always have the feelings. Let me turn on the lights here, maybe it will be better. I like working 2/1. I like to convert crosses to petites, half stitches, or how you call it. And it's hard for my eyes, but I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy to make last stitches when you add eyelashes, eyebrows. I always do thicker eyebrows that Nora advised us to do, and lips also, I make them bigger. And every single time I see Mirabilis, I never see the same. Obviously someone changed fabric, someone change skin colors, the techniques you do skin, and it's just wonderful to see how the same pattern being stitched so differently, and that makes me interested to stitch Mirabilias. Again, Midsummer Fairy 2024, and I'm really happy she's completed because I've got her in the spring, I think in May. We met with Karen in London in 2022, but I only managed to stitch her. But in 2024, she was always in my mind. It just I needed to have a right mood for her, and she's very pretty. First time I saw her in the store in New Jersey, and I was like, wow, it doesn't look like on the preview. And she wasn't one of my favorites. I saw her in person, I like her, but then I stitched her, and now I like her like unconditionally. I'm happy to have her stitched, of course, because I buy every pattern from Nora Corbett. I'm a subscriber of her Patreon. What else to say? How much I love Mirabilia. I mean, I stitch them all the time. If I don't stitch Mirabilia, I'm not happy. But at the same time, I can't stitch Mirabilis all the time because then it's a bit different to me. The Muse I stitch on a fabric, I don't know which one. I think it was gifted to me. It's definitely 32nd count, hand dyed, and it was nice to stitch on this fabric after Midsummer Fairy, because this fabric I like. It's soft and my cross is becoming right. And here you use 6 different colors of Karen. Not everyone, I mean, not everyone you use. I think one of the Karen was suggested to have 2, or 1 was enough. I made video about her, so you can go back and watch it. I love the pattern. I love the colors. The only thing I regret, I did not convert her fully in silks, because already I have already used Karen 6 Karen plus skin. I stitch all in silks in Rainbow Gallery, and just a little bit of just a little bit more, and she will be fully in silk. But it's okay. I still love her. I love the result. I love the fabric I chose for her. I think it's neutral, but it looks great for her. I've seen a lady stitch her on light violet fabric. It's amazing. It's great. I just did not have that fabric, and I wanted to stitch her ASAP, and could not wait for someone to dye the fabric for me. And here she is. I don't see many people stitching her, and I don't understand why. She's amazing. Look at those roses. It reminds me so much of Art Nouveau. She just beautiful and very different for Nora. I mean, I like her ladies, but she is so different to me. I did not count how many finishes I made, but I don't mind. I know I stitch less now than before, and it's okay. I will not say I will stitch more this year, depends. My life is very busy, and stitching, as long as stitching present in my life, I'm happy, but I'm not running after number, I'm not competing with anyone. It's my experience, it's my hobby, and it's my free time. Next is Rosamut, and the fabric was hand-dyed again by Ekaterina Kondratenko, the same lady. She was dyeing the first fabric for Roses Blanches from Reflet de Soir. I mean, I have few fabrics from her, I would say a lot, but I'm saying the fabric I've been using already, I've stitched, I have quite a lot. And while I was stitching her, I was like this, I was Rosamut. I was laying in bed, I had not the best time of my life. I was using antidepressants to calm myself down, and all I was doing, I was sleeping. And then I realized that they don't work for me. I stopped drinking them, and they did not make any effect. I was sleeping like I have never slept in my life. So I stopped, and I'm happy, and replaced it with a sport. So I'm happier now, and my problem went away, and I would advise no one to take antidepressants. It's horrible, because I was like this. I slept at least 13 hours a day. I had to go to school. I would have alarm going on, and usually I wake up very easy. I could not wake myself up. I was like in coma all the time, like seriously. And at the same time, I was teaching her. Imagine I sleep all the time and I was teaching her. But then I like, Luda, wake up. And yeah, I mean, I have a beautiful, beautiful result. I love the fabric. It's sparkling, it's 30-second count, again, hand-dyed, so it's maybe a little bit smaller. One of the most beautiful Mirabilias for sure, for me. It's very hard to sit like this and to show you, but I just want you to enjoy. And if you have her in your plans, start her right away or finish her if you have her in whips. She's beautiful. Again, skin I stitch as always, but here all DMC, it was not too many colors. And I did not convert it to silks. I stitched her with cotton threads, with again DMC threads. And many people say, oh, I love Nora's earliest designs. Look at this design. I mean, no, she's different. She grows. She can't make the same patterns, and it's enough of all Miras to stitch for us. If you like it, stitch it. But I would not say I love Nora's earliest designs to nowadays. I like her nowadays designs, and yeah, I stitch everything. Sometimes I feel I'm in the mood to stitch her all designs. I still gonna show you, but sometimes I feel to stitch new ones, especially the ones who just come out and I have not seen. So next design is Lanarte. This is a lily. She is stitched on a printed linen. This is an old design. It's not produced anymore. It's OOP. But when I saw it, I could not resist. I love Lanarte. My very, very first kit was Lanarte kit. And previously they were made in the Netherlands. Now they're made in Belgium, but definitely this one was made in the Netherlands. And it's very old design, and I love older Lanarte, and I love flowers, so it's easy. When I saw it in Ukrainian group on Instagram, we have a lady who bringing all the Lanarte. Most of the kits she's selling, it's Lanarte, but old ones. And I have bought a lot from her, and I bought very, very nice. I have sometimes not seen some of those designs, and it's like, when I see it, I'm like, I want it. And when I bought that lily, I did not plan to stitch her. Well, I always like pair designs, but I have not planned to stitch the rose. But I bought her last year. This year, I just received it from my mom, and I started the rose, and I already made some progress. I'll make another video with my plans and things I have stitched in 24, but I have not completed. So this is a rose. The main character, it will be stitched soon. Hopefully I will have finished soon, because it's very quick design. I mean, both of them, they will look great. I love seeing them together. And again, you know, I love stitch pair designs. If I have a stitch something one, I have to finish another one, not right away. I will definitely have a break, but yeah, look at this rose. And for me, this is relaxing. Designs, oh my god, it's so beautiful. The colors, I wish you see it the way I see it. It's laying like this. It's beautiful. Even it's stitched in a large count, but again, sometimes I need something small and fast, and when I don't have enough time to stitch, to have a small design to complete it makes me feel happy, because I have a lot of whips which are large. Talking about large, I'll show you very quickly one. Susie, sit here. Just a second. I just want to show you, and Susie was sitting on it. Look, this design I'm stitching. You can see how big it is. You see, I stitch a lot in 24, even in 25 I already have stitched, but she is so big. Compare to Mirabilia, for example, 50 by 70 centimeters. Obviously, I'm talking in centimeters. It's a quarter. Can you see? I can make a dress with a Thea Gouverneur, lady and a unicorn. But anyways, I just wanted to show you why I want to stitch smaller designs, because I have lots of big ones, and it's not the only one this size. I have another Lanarte, also very old one, and it's big, but I like stitch it because it's also relaxing for me. It's not difficult designs. It's not like other Thea where it's like 100 colors. No. Even this one has a lot of colors, but it's very easy to stitch. Another relaxing design, I call it cheating, because it's quite a big piece of fabric, but very little stitches, because again of the printed fabric. And I don't know, I fell in love with this design. I never seen it before, and I just like it. But it's so little stitches for me for such a big picture. It's great for the present because, you know, you don't spend months or years of stitching. Just, I mean, in 7 days, this could be completed in 7 days if you stitch a lot. I mean, if not, then depends how many hours you spend for stitching. And I would not say, some people like say, oh, I stitch fast. I don't stitch fast. I just have more time to stitch. I don't stitch fast at all. I stitch slow, actually. If I did not have my phone, I did not have things disturbing me, I would stitch 3 times more than I stitch now. Susie, will you lay today or what? My little baby, she's cold. She's putting her nose in a corner. My little puppy. So another design from Mirabilia also was gifted to me. Another Karen. It's two Karen dancing. So this is also a design, older one. I can't remember the number, but fabric I use from Kitty, her present. I have Kitty and Karen here dancing together. Anyways, this design doesn't require a lot of beads and doesn't have any Karen. And it's fine because the color is bright enough and it's a lot of colors in here. But it was very interesting to stitch. I was happy doing it, and I always wanted to have a daughter. And it's like my childhood dream that I will always dress up the doll. And maybe that's why I like stitching Mirabilias, because I was making dresses for Barbies when I was growing up, till probably I was 14. And yeah, it was my obsession, because when you start collapsed, we start having lots of things from the outside, from overseas. And I remember my time when I tasted first time in my life a chewing gum, and when I hold my first Barbie for the first time, it was something undescribable. And I was making dresses for my Barbies, and they were amazing. I mean, I can't forget how many dresses I made for my dolls. Then I had a few Barbies. Then I told you probably this story when I had a daughter of Barbie, the little doll, and someone stole it. Still, it's a big pain in my for me. Anyway, yeah, the fabric for that Mirabilia I use under the name of the pattern. It's under Friendship Under the Tree, something like that. I can't remember. But she was my last Mirabilia in 24. I'm stitching now another Mirabilia, and I'm hoping to show you it soon, because it's soon again will be almost half. And it's not a big mirror. It's called Silver Monty. Was showing in my Instagram and stories a few times, and I have to make a picture as well. Dimensions. I stitch a lot of dimensions, and you will see in my next video, but I only have one big finish from Gold Collection. I usually stitch at least 3.5. But the reason is I have so many whips, just dimensions gold. I have maybe 8 at least, if not more. And they're all interesting. They're all out, not all, but most of them out of print, hard to get, and still possible on eBay. But yeah, let's go back to this design. So this is Frosty Morning, if I'm not mistaken. Forgot the name, but it's stitched on 14th count of Ada, and this Ada, this kit was made in China only, and the Ada I usually don't like it from Chinese kits, because it's tough. I mean, you have to spend so much power to put your needle in, take it out, and then I have pain in my fingers, especially when you do when you stitch half crosses, 5 or 6 of them, strands of threads like here. But this one is actually a good one. It's kind of like rubber Ada. I like it. And also I love stitching on 14th count of Ada, because your crosses are looking much better than on 18th. And well, I can show you the back of it. This is the back, regular one, and this is the front. It's such a deep picture, and I never thought I will be stitching landscapes. I was always into flowers and into people, but for the past 3 years I'm stitching a lot of landscapes, and I like them. I like you know, some pictures I'll get tired of. For example, I love Mirabilia like crazy, but I like to change stuff. You know, I like to change one lady to another lady. For example, I have around 70 frame pictures, and I always move them, always. And pictures like this one, landscapes, sometimes I want to have for a while, depends on the weather, again, depends on the season. I like to have it for some time. And here is Susie, you're up. We're gonna go for a walk soon. Yeah, I like to look at them all the time. They don't bother me. I'm not getting tired of them as quickly as from others. But again, it could be a lady who I would never be tired of. It just, those kind of things they're not bright. They don't make your eyes tired, if I explain to you right. But again, I'm not gonna frame my work anytime soon, because I know my life is lately, I'm here and there, I'm not in my own place, I'm not living in my own place, and I don't wanna think that one day I have to move and I will have to carry with me all my framed pictures. Like, for example, we were escaping from the war, and I only took this design, because when you have to have little luggage, what can you put with you in, I mean, how can you carry all your life in there? But my role with my finishes, with my cross stitch was there, for example. I did not bring many important things, but somehow my role, not somehow, I know why, my role of cross stitch was there. I mean, I could not live without them. It's important for me. I spend so much time on them. Of course, I want to take them with me. But the only whip I took, it was roses blanches. That's why it was very hard for me to stitch it. It was emotional every single time I take it. I do everything, but not cross stitching. I will go eat 500 times a day. I'll have to clean. This is a time when I usually understand that I have to change the project or to start something. Then I stitch a lot. Even I have things to do. I do it later. I'll wash my floors after. I'll learn French later, just to have some time where I enjoy stitching it. And with the roses, it was everything but not stitching it. And even I see the end in the tunnel, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, I see it, and then I found one mistake, another mistake, and the very end, the threads were missing, but I knew probably when I reach 3/4, I saw that I don't have enough threads, but I was still hoping maybe I do. And I should have ordered them way before that, because this is very neutral colors. You can use them in Mirabilias, you can use them in mandalas, you can use them in any designs you want, even in regular samplers. I love samplers, I have them a lot, but at one time I was thinking that maybe I don't want to stitch samplers anymore. I love counting, I like to see little details completed. It's like little finish in a big project. I think it's just combination of things where I have not, I don't know how to explain. It's my mood, because that was a project I took from Ukraine. That was, the thing is, you stitch everything with one color, you get bored very easy. It's very simple design, nothing difficult in there, and it's coming very fast. But I think next time, for example, if I have to stitch it once again in my life, I would combine it. I'll have, what I did? I will have like 2 days I'm stitching it, 2 days I stitch something else. Sometimes I would stitch 3 days, something else, 2 days of roses blanches. Of course, at the very end, I just stitch them. And that was the best decision ever, when I promised myself I'm still stitching it, but at the same time I can stitch something colorful, something completely different on a bigger count or so. And it was the best, because you don't get tired as much, especially again when you don't have all day to stitch. So my other design is kind of similar. It's Sunset Early Snow by Robert Walton, designed by Robert Walton. I even have the cover, believe me or not. well, I still have small designs like Mill Hill, not saying buy it, but this design I got just before crossing the border. My friend invited me to stay at her place, relax. We stay in her house with my husband and son, and she opened her wardrobe and she told me, take whatever you want, take it with you. So I took two designs, two sunsets, and this is second I finished. I started in April 2022. I made lots of wishes on the other bag. No wishes came true, and I'm happy that they did not. But I love the result. I always wanted to stitch it, and back in days it was impossible to get. Oh no, I have much more to show. Oh my God, I have to be faster. I talk too much. I think I did not talk a lot lately. So this is the result. And again, I started it in 2022 and I finished it. It was few days of 25. Can you see how deep it is? And it's stitched in 14th count Aida, American Aida. Dove gray. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful design. I'll show you again in my 25 process and finishes at the back. I can't believe I'm showing you this design. It's unreal. It's so beautiful. And many stitches now they stitching it, and I'm happy that this design it's great. And this is leftovers from the kit. It's beautiful. Easy stitch. It just, again, my mood was not there. And okay, next. So this is a star. There are 4 stars from the series. This is my third one, which I stitched. Very pretty chatelaine, and I have big mandala, which coming with these stars. I will definitely stitch her because it's kitted, but this year I'm planning to stitch 4 star, and they're all the same. The frame is the same, but in the middle it's different flower of herb. And you can put any other herbs inside. You can make 6 stars, but I think 4 will be enough for me. So I'm happy that this is completed, and number 4 hopefully will be stitched in 25, because the other stars I stitched I think in 21, if I'm not mistaken. Very pretty design. And I don't know if you're able to see the beads and beconuses. Super pretty. It's shiny. In person it's very different than what you see on camera. Of course you can't show those things. La-di-da. La-di-da. It's, sorry, I just will replace my stuff. It's falling. Susie, go to your place. I stitched, always wanted to have this design stitched, and here it is. It's 40th count of hand-dyed linen. I can't remember, definitely by a Ukrainian lady. It was stitched by a Ukrainian lady, stitched, hand-dyed, and 40th count. All the threads I use called for, it's the gentle art. And only in the middle of the roses I changed the color. It's supposed to be yellowish, and it was a bit too much for me. That's why I replaced it for another, the gentle art. And I am happy that it's something different. You know, I have Mirabilia's dimensions all the time, but I love samplers. I collect them, I buy them, I love them, but I don't stitch them. It's just, for me, it's just a time, because it was time when I thought, when I first moved to the United States, I thought I would never stitch dimensions again, because I really enjoyed stitching samplers at the time, Quakers from Rosewood Manor. And I was like, why did I buy so much dimensions kit? I don't want to stitch them anymore. I only want to stitch samplers and Mirabilias. But wait a second, wait some time. Maybe now it's not the time for samplers. Maybe I wanted something easy, something colorful. Depends on the time in your life, and then you change, and stuff you stitch changed. So you know how it is. And look at this blue bee. This is Nora Corbett Patreon, and this little creature I stitched in summertime. And leftovers from the mandala I was using in here instead of, because I don't think I have enough DMC. I stitched with silks, and I did replace some beads. But I still love her. I love the result. The thing is, with Patreon, you don't see, like, for example, Mirabilia Nora Corbett, you see the cover of the design, you see stitched piece, new one. Here, whoever participates in Patreon, they stitch it. So you see it not from the model stitcher, you see it from us. And you might change something, and then things change completely. I stitched on natural color 32nd linen. Again, different fabric will make different result. You can change something, you can change colors of the bee, but I love her. So cute, and I think it's one of, for Nora from her small, like, she make a lot of butterflies, make few others. Sтрекоза in Russian. Completely forget words, guys. But not butterfly. Dragonflies. Thank you, dragonflies. Yeah, I love your dragonflies. They're all kitted. They're all ready to stitch. I'm just waiting. For some time when I will have to have a break, I'll stitch it to have a finish. So dragonflies coming. And Mill Hill. Again, I can't remember when I stitched this one, 23 or 24. This is a glove from Mill Hill. It's a smaller design. And I got it as a present. I purchased something and a lady just gave it to me, and I never thought I will be stitching it. I actually was taken to Ukraine because in Ukraine I do sell a lot of my stuff. For example, I fell out of love, or stuff not important for me, or I just want to de-stash because I'm buying a lot of things. And I was on a train to Ukraine, from Kyiv to Zaporizhia, and I started this one, and I thought it will be a quick finish. No, I stitched it for a long time. I don't know why. Maybe I did not have enough time to stitch it while driving or outside of the house, because usually Mill Hills I prefer to stitch outside. Not my main time of stitching wherever I travel. For example, on a plane. I think my sister is coming. Susie went to greet her. I have 3 more Mill Hills, but it's okay. This is my last Mill Hill. I took it to Costa Rica and was stitching on a plane. I completed 30% on a plane. Not completed, I stitched 30% on the plane, and what I will be stitching another 2 weeks. I did not bring anything because I did not have. I did not think I will have any time to stitch. So when I took it with me, I was a bit shocked. I was anxious but I was happy that we did not have time to stitch. I was also learning French every day. So this is a snowman. This is the cover of this kit. I decided to take this kit with me on a trip because, first of all, it's small and it's easy. I don't have to think about anything else. And the reason I love vintage Mill Hill, I think it's 98. There are Mill Hill 95, 96, 94 even, very, very pretty. The reason is because you have lots of techniques in here, different stitches, and of course I love the buttons they use, the ceramic buttons. I'm not a big fan of plastic ones. They are still great, but I love the vintage look of it, you know. And yeah, that snowman is very cute. Another design, it just happened that I do stitch a lot of new ones, but I stitch also the old ones. This one I stitched in Thailand last year. Yeah, you see, this is a style I love. This is my style. And another one, Harvest, I'll show you. But this one I can't remember. I stitched in 24 or 23. I really can't remember. So all of them on this kind of paper, this kind of color of the paper, I have framed in frames now, standing in my apartment. But also I have, for example, this is, I saw in a store in 2016 in Las Vegas. You see here more work, and it's different style than this one. Here more empty perforated paper, but focus here more on the buttons and focus here more on different stitches, and I love the frame. I love the mustache here, these little things, like usually they don't have new designs anymore. It's more about picture than about details, and I love the details in here. Of course, the button, without the button this would not make a sense. I mean, you can still stitch that glove, but I like the look of it in general. It's 3D picture for me. And I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching me till the end. Let me know which design was your favorite, which one you like the most. I'm happy that more people subscribing me, even I do lose a lot of my subscribers because I don't make videos anymore in Russian. But there is a reason for it, and I don't mind that people, because of the language, they don't want to be here anymore. And I see I have now more views in English that was never happened before than in Ukrainian, of course, because Ukrainian language is not as popular as Russian. But for me, it's important right now to make videos in Ukrainian. And thank you for being my subscriber on Instagram as well, because sometimes I ask, for example, which fabric to choose for this and that. I need your advice for it. And if you want to see more details of my cross-stitch work, welcome there as well. You will see more things like whatever I stitch currently, because sometimes video I will make a bit later, and I'm just happy to share my work with you, and I'm happy to be able to talk to you. And it's easier on Instagram, but of course it's very different when you watch a video, and I hope you stitch a lot. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for all your comments. Again, I'm waiting for your for them to see which project did you like the most. It's very interesting to see, and I will know why some of you watching my videos, because I stitch not too many different things, I would say, Mirabilia and Dimensions. Now it's Mill Hill, a bit Mill Hill, and hopefully in the future it will be more samplers. I will try to stitch more Martina's designs, and but samplers, this is what I want to focus a little bit more, because when I open my roll of cross-stitch work, all you see Dimensions, Mirabilia, and I want to see diversity in my hobby. And again, thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, bye!